In today's video, I'm going to show you how to darn a pair of socks using the Swiss darning technique, and I'm also going to add a little extra cute detail by adding a heart shape to it. You can of course add any pattern that you like. That is actually one of the best things with Swiss darning, is that it is a bit like embroidering on knits. Hi, my name is Matilda and welcome back to Miss Matti, the channel where I share all about how to live an awesome and sustainable life. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to Swiss darn a pair of socks. Swiss darning is also known as duplicate stitch, and that is basically because you're stitching on top or duplicating stitches that's already been knit in stockinette stitch. This makes it a perfect technique to use for invisible mending, as it will look exactly like the stitches that you already knit, but it also makes a perfect technique to use for visible mending because it can add interest and a fun design to your knitwear. You will need yarn that is in the same or similar weight as the knitted piece, and a darning mushroom or embroidery hoop, a yarn needle, scissors, thread if you have a hole instead of a worn out area. If you wonder which yarn to use, how to pick a darning needle, and if you really need a darning mushroom or egg, I have created a video where I share general tips and tricks on darning. I will link to that video both in the cards as well as in the description down below. If you have a hole, make sure to lay a foundation of threads before you make your duplicate stitches. You can do so either horizontally as well as obliquely across. As my heel is only slightly worn out, I do not need to do so. Instead, I can use the worn out stitches as my guide. I will link you some resources in the description down below if you want to learn more in detail on how to lay the foundation threads. Thread the yarn needle with a length of yarn in your chosen color. In my case, I'm using white as my background color and red as my heart color. Put your darning mushroom inside the socks or use an embroidery hoop if you're working on a flat surface to make sure you have the correct tension. Bring the yarn needle up through the bottom V of the first stitch that you want to duplicate. Make sure that you leave a yarn tail that's about 1 to 2 inches to weave in later. Insert the yarn needle across the V of the stitch above the stitch that you are duplicating. Pull that needle through the legs of the knit stitch above. Then insert the needle into the bottom of the V where you began the duplicate stitch, which is the same spot where you initially pulled the yarn through. Then continue working right to left to create your first row of duplicate stitches. But you can also stitch up and down vertically if that makes more sense to you. To make the next duplicate stitch, bring the yarn needle up at the bottom of the V of the next stitch which you plan to duplicate. Repeat these steps to create as many duplicate stitches as you like. In my case, I started by creating 2 rows of white yarn before I started to create a heart shape. And then on row 3, I made 6 white stitches, one red stitch, and 6 white stitches again. And on row 4, I made 5 white stitches, 3 red stitches, and 5 white stitches again. And on row 5, I made 4 white stitches, followed by 5 red stitches and 4 white stitches again. If you struggle to follow that, do not worry. I have both written instructions and a chart on my website to help you make your own heart shape, and I will link to that in both in the cards as well as in the description down below. On row 6 I made 3 white stitches, 7 red stitches and 3 white stitches again. And then on rows 7 to 8 I made 2 white stitches, 9 red stitches, followed by 2 white stitches again. And then on row 9 I made 3 white stitches, 3 red stitches, 1 white stitch, 3 red stitches and 3 white stitches again. And then on row 10 I made 3 white stitches, followed by 2 red stitches, and then 3 white stitches, followed by 2 red stitches and 3 white stitches again. Like when you make intarsia, I found it helpful to have 2 separate white threads at times to make the Swiss stone less bulky. And then on the 11th and final row I made white stitches across. Once you're finished, cut the yarn and leave a 1 to 2 inch tail and pull it back to the wrong side of the work. Use the yarn needle to transfer all yarn tails to the back of the work. Then weave in the loose ends on the wrong side of the work and cut off any excess threads and you're done. If you want to find out other darning techniques, I have a little mini series going on here on my channel where I'm sharing what I call the warp and weft technique, where you simply weave across the hole and I also have Scotch darning coming up and machine darning. So if you want to learn more techniques and you're not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you will not miss once those videos are live. And once those videos are live, I will link them down in the description below as well as in the cards above. And if you found this tutorial helpful, please do not forget to hit the like button. And if you like this video, you most likely will like these videos over here as well. And until next time, bye!